I'm a technical guy. This is really overwhelming. I am so humbled and so honored to have been voted into the Hall of Fame by my peers. Congratulations to all the incredible inductees, and it's astonishing for me to be here tonight. I know engineers are not thought of being as exuberant, and I'm so totally jazzed by the scale of the projects I've gotten to work on. It is just off the charts great. That's me being exuberant. I want to say, though, it is, however, kind of daunting, like really daunting, following Bob Costas and Mary Carrillo. I'm going to forget that I heard both of what you said. You guys your craft are your words. My crafts are dark fiber, diodes, and multiplexers. As a kid in the 6th grade, I was in the AV club. And as a young freelancer, I used to watch the Super Bowl, Wimbledon, the Olympics, and think, wow, how could I ever get to work on a show like that? That would be so awesome. Well, at 26, I got to work on my first games in 1984 in LA. And here I am 15 Olympics later talking to you guys. It's just truly an honor. It's such an honor to work on the games, on the Olympics, a global event that has such impact to so many people on a positive level. Certainly something we need more of in this day and age. You can't help but become passionate about it. When I look back, I am so grateful I got into the sports business. I love this business that's exuberant. I love every part of this business. I love that we have to take sophisticated technical equipment halfway around the world, get it working in less than ideal conditions, with an on-air deadline, have to perform live with only one shot of getting it right, with a whole team of super hard-working people that have to work in perfect synchronization for it to all work. It's amazingly gratifying, and more often than not, it works. My success would not have been possible without 3 fundamental things, plus a little bit of luck along the way. 1, having great parents. My parents who encouraged my young, inquisitive mind, no matter what I was taking apart at home and putting back together, hopefully back together. They taught me everything I needed to know in order to succeed. None of it was technical. All of it was simple. Tell the truth. Do what's right. Keep up a positive attitude. And do something nice for somebody every day, and then forget about it. They didn't discourage me from going on the road. I'm sure they wondered, where is this all going to lead? Well, if anywhere. I went touring on a ski racing circuit for 2 years and did electronic timing. I was on a rock and roll tour doing sound reinforcement. Ultimately settled on television sports production. These ambitious adventures took a lot more positive attitude than actual engineering. This is where my mother, Marilyn, comes in. My mom is here. She's 91 years young. Mom, could you stand up for a moment? You raise your hand, Mom. By the way, I know a lot of people talked about their moms, and I'm sorry for all the moms here, but my mom is the most unbelievable best mom. In addition to raising 6 kids, at a time when women were not considered to be leaders, she successfully ran the business school that my father started for 30 years. She's also the ambassador of the Attitude is Everything movement. She made this up herself. She's living proof that a can-do attitude can change the outcome of your life. And I am thank you for that forever, Mom. So she also taught that to my 5 siblings, my 5 awesome siblings. 4 of them are here, and they all have their own special talents. The only one missing is my older brother, Tom, who is up with my dad in heaven, smiling down on us already. My dad, Serafino Paul Mazza Jr., with some guidance from God, taught us the need for a strong moral compass. Thank you, Dad. We love you, and we miss you and Tom so much. Number 2, my incredible and beautiful wife. Honey, could you stand up for a sec? I've known Taylor for 49 years, since we were 11. 32 of those we've been married. Taylor is the love of my entire life. Every year is better because of her. She made many sacrifices, like so many people have talked about here today, to both launch our kids and me successfully. She challenges me intellectually every day. She gave me countless hours of advice on the human side, which they don't teach you about when they're teaching you how to tweak tape machines and cameras. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that, honey. Additionally, my 2 equally extraordinary kids, Niven and London. Niven is here tonight. My son, London, is in California. You 2 gave me more inspiration and joy than you'll ever know. Watching you grow into thoughtful, hardworking, and talented adults has just been an incredible journey, and I thank you for that, kids. Thirdly, as Mike Sheehan said, television is a team sport, and my team goes really far back. Some of the team members actually mentored me when I was a young freelancer and literally taught me how to do my job. When I was 20 years old, I worked on Super Shooter 1. Tommy Shelburne, Joe Balkin are in the audience. I think they're now up to Super Shooter 91. There's also a very close-knit team family, I would call it, at NBC Olympics. I've been blessed to work with for so long. Many are sitting over here and over here. And at the beginning, there was the Adams family. I call it Matthew, Terry, and Chip Adams, who are over here. Charlie Jablonski, Errol Formaster, John Fritchie, and John Arvello, Marcia Bird. There's too many to mention, but they're collectively the smartest, most passionate, and hardest working people that I've ever worked with. Many people said it. I am just the tip of the spear, and I get a lot of accolades for this, but they really, really deserve all the credit. We all had one simple objective throughout all this, to provide the best possible tools we could for our production teams so they could perform their magic. Speaking of production and magic, as many of you know, it's very hard to grow if not pushed by someone, whether that's your parents, your teacher, your competitor, your boss, or the producers and the directors. It's their vision that those of us on the technical side are trying to make come true. And I've been so fortunate to work with so many talented production teams. Many of them are in this room from all the different networks. It's been truly a pleasure to work with you guys when you weren't yelling at me. Some of the people that taught me the most about the passion of TV production, one is not here, Bucky Gunst, Michael Sheen is here, and the most visionary of all Olympic telecasts, Mr. Dick Ebersalta. Thank you, guys. And there's so many others that push us into place we could succeed in. We couldn't have done it without their push and drive. This has now been carried on by the best boss I've ever had, Gary Zinkel, who's back here, along with our newest leader, Mark Lazarus. So thank you guys for your unending support and your unwavering trust over the years. Lastly, by the way, Dick Ebersol, I said I had 6 minutes. Well, clock says 0. I'm not sure what that means. Lastly, the SVG Fund. I want to thank Ken Agard and SVG for the vision to create this fund. Ken has been an inspiration to everybody in our business. Literally, he's like the godfather of sports television. He's supported so many people's careers, and he's unlike anybody else in the industry. As to the fund, most of the people in this room succeed every day, due in large part to the hardworking teams of women and men, freelancers, who dedicate their lives to this business, and they work countless shows at great sacrifice to their families with no safety net and no security. So thank you to all the freelancers, and I encourage all of you who feel as lucky as I do to contribute to the SVG Fund. Thank you again for this great honor. I feel so incredibly blessed to have been able to follow my passion for so long, and with the help of so many of you, I'll be forever grateful. Thank you.